Otherworldly switch ups. Y'all know the prophecy. We all gotta make it, then switch up on our day ones and act like we don't know nobody.
And then act like I don't know nobody.
That's the goal in life, you know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna just switch up on my day ones and act like I don't know nobody. I'm gonna go out of my way to make their lives worse. That's my goal in life.
Says him in the process of switching up, don't worry about none.
No, don't switch up on me. Don't switch up on me. Yo, why are we manifesting this? Oh, I'm trolling. I don't think I'll ever switch up on my day one. But it's like, what day ones do I really have? I sit at home all day, I work, I'm lonely, I have no girls, no bitches, no huzz, no nothing. I'm poor, I'm broke. Like, who am I gonna switch up on? I'm not trolling. Money will change. That's crazy. Yo.
You chopped, don't forget that one.
Switch ups.
We was on your side. I was never with that nigga in the first place.
Yo, this is such good technique though. You can literally see the moment in his eyes when he tricks himself into believing that he was never with that nigga in the first place.
Sliming out your homeboy after getting that first check from Walmart. Made $105 in an 80-hour work week. Getting money, brother. I'm hustling. Feeling like Franklin Saint. I'm sorry, homie, you gotta go. Switching up is definitely...
Oh my God. Katie going to the Warriors. That might be a top 5 switch up all time, no? This nigga really betrayed his homies for the rings. Those are Mickey ass rings, bro.
2018 KD.
I don't care what anyone says, bro. Dude, if that OKC team stays together for like 1 or 2 more years, they would have won a championship, bro. They were a legit championship contender. The only issue was they blew that 3-1 lead to the Warriors, but they were right there, bro. Like, there's no way y'all come back next year and that shit happens again. This shit might be up there next to Griffith.
Switching up is definitely one of the most interesting things to happen, cause that stuff just be happening, bruh. And most of the time, it be pretty predictable. But of course, you was blinded by your liking towards that whole ass traitor.
The universe will give you subtle signs that this nigga will switch up or like some shit isn't right? You see the subtle signs, but they're subtle, so it's like you don't really pay attention. But then after, it's like, damn.
I've been somewhat switched up on myself, but now I'm the switcher, and I switch down my day ones for y'all views in return. Damn. Everyone I meet is just a stepping stone to my final goal of world domination. Let me stop trolling, bro. It's like the final entry of this very video. But yes, this video is about people who switched up for one thing or another. And to be real, this is the first video where I'm just looking at everyone here and I can't give any reason for their actions. Maybe the first guy, but everyone else here is a slut, bro. The first man.
Look, we've all switched up, okay? That's just business, man. Can I get a show of hands? Who here has switched up on someone at one point in time? We, question mark? Yes, we. Oui, French? No. Not we as in French, not we as in Nintendo, not we as in Wii Sports, not we as in, what do you mean we? I mean we as in us. Me and you. Dos. Take a nigga down is my special. Oh God. What do you mean taking niggas down is your specialty? No troll. I think I've switched up once, but it's because the nigga did some fuck shit and I'm like, bro, why are you still acting like we're 12?
The first man is pretty recent. We're talking about Nolan Grayson, aka Omni-Man. Can't have a list of switch ups without this man on it because this is still one of the craziest twists in recent TV history. We learned early on what Omni-Man was about.
Nah, and if anything though, him switching up was like not even him switching up. We gotta remember, Nolan is like thousands of years old. Him being a normal Earth nigga is like him switching up on his people. So it's like, he's been on Earth for what, 40 years maybe? 50 years maybe? That's really 5 minutes in his time. Oh, I guess it is a switch up technically because he almost switched up on his people for niggas he met 5 minutes ago.
It was devious work. Dude really pulled in all of his coworkers off the clock just to solo them and pack them up. Build your life, don't play. Oh snap, wait, hold up. Maybe Immortal got him.
Shit. Oh.
I'm playing. We all know the Immortal is booty. It was so bad at first.
The Immortal is a fucking bum, bro. He's such a real nigga spending 1,000 years for a back door. I fuck with the thing about Nolan though is he went back on his back door. He undid his back door because he was like, damn, I actually like low-key miss my wife some shit type shit. He's like, I I miss my girl. Like, low-key, I kind of regret backdooring, you know, her people for, like, these niggas. And it's just a bunch of niggas and they don't do shit. Like, all we do is conquer worlds. I kind of want to go chill with my fine shit. You know what I'm saying?
And as soon as he found out that Mark wasn't on that timing, he didn't hesitate to beat the brakes off of that boy. His own son. Omni-Man found out his son didn't want to take over the world, and he was in denial like Ice Cube in that new World of Worlds movie. Just imagine your dad beating you up, because you're not an evil dude, bro. If this was me and my dad, man.
True. Nah, shit is crazy.
I don't know. I'm probably getting folded too. But Omni-Man is slowly getting a redemption arc.
Yo. Nigga got the bug wife, bro. I mean, A. You know, I don't just... My dad behavior, not gonna lie. Low-key, my dad too. Did I ever tell y'all about the story of my biological father? I don't know if I ever spilled that, but like, he low-key did some shit like this too. I'm not... Yo, wait. I've never met the nigga though, but like, low-key, I heard this story from like my mom and someone else. Apparently the nigga is still looking for me. Like apparently he's like... He tried like hunting me down and shit. So I don't know what that's about, but like low-key the nigga might kidnap me one day. I don't know. I guess I have some lore I don't know about, but like low-key.
So like I said, he the only one here I can kind of let slide. Cause his whole empire plan was all he was taught growing up on Viltrum. It's their custom and culture. A dude who wasn't raised on this timing, however, is Anakin Skywalker.
Yo, ew.
It's their custom and culture. A dude who wasn't raised.
This nigga really let the kid pee in his mouth.
On this timing, however.
Nah, he liked that. You had plenty of time to react, Shrek.
It's Anakin Skywalker. Recently, my friend was telling me to try Star Wars again. Cause he's a huge fan, but I'm not. I mess with the Force Unleashed too.
Anakin's switch up was valid
Star
though.
Wars since I was a kid. So
them niggas were hoeing him. Cause I watched Star Wars like for the first time, like I think a year ago, maybe 2 years ago. I mean, I watched The Force Awakens first like 2 years ago. How you gonna disrespect a nigga that often and expect him to side with you and not turn evil?
So I recently finished the prequel series. Ain't no way, boy. I don't know how people look at Anakin with the idea that he's like misunderstood or something. Nah, bro, this nigga is just wrong. So let me get this straight.
What do you mean he's
found
wrong?
Anakin in episode 1 and realized how special and unique the kid was. So he made a way to free him from slavery in order to trade him into becoming a Jedi because he has potential to become the best of all.
He did save him from the slavery, yeah. Yo, spoilers? The fuck you mean spoilers? Chill. Star Wars has been... You know what happens in Star Wars. Star Wars has been out for 20 plus years. I ain't watched it. Yo, you know who Darth Vader is, bro. Man, it's been out for eon, bro. I knew who Darth Vader was before I even watched it, bro.
Obi-Wan Kenobi.
Nah, this shit is crazy. If Qui-Gon Jinn never dies, yo, this was the first mistake here, bro. This nigga was the only one who could have saved Anakin.
Anakin murked Dooku, but still isn't deemed a Jedi Master. I'm gonna be real for a second. Yeah. I do think these guys were aiding a bit, but I also think they were being extra cautious. But that's not even the key.
Nah, they were definitely hating, bro.
Reason he switched up, bro. He was super afraid of losing Padme because before the worst of the worst happened, he had dreams of her dying. And even before that happened, bro, the way Palpatine just speaks is wrong. Obi and Anakin was saving him from Dooku, and that nigga was in bondage talking about some, yeah, nigga, kill him. Like, bro, Palpatine being evil was super
Oh my god, what's good?
Anakin, you low-key an idiot. But then again, Natalie Portman.
You got me.
I don't blame that nigga one bit.
Like, you could have at least spared them squirts, bro. Yeah. Little bro saw that.
I feel like that's where he really crossed the line because I'm like, damn, you and Padme really got like a kid on the way. You finna murder all these. How you gonna explain this shit to her later? Oh yeah, I killed every youngling in the temple. It was like 40 of them. Shit, that shit was crazy. I'm not gonna lie.
Lightsaber and flinched.
Too many of them. What are we going to do?
Oh no.
Yeah,
we got that switch up Harry did to Peter. After his fight with the Green Goblin, Harry grew a hate for Spider-Man. And then we found out that Spider-Man was Peter.
This gotta be the grossest one on the list. I'm sorry for pausing. Back door of doom.
What did you do to her?
I did what you failed to do. I was there for her. Mary Jane and I, we understand each other.
She doesn't know what you are.
Peter, she knows me very well. And when she kissed me, it was just like she used to kiss me. That taste. Strawberries.
Yo. He just stabbed him? stabbed. I'm about to say no, because like now it's a whole different level of serious. What do you mean you fucking stabbed me? I gotta go to the hospital now. You understand how inconvenient that is for me? I'm gonna be dealing with this shit for months, bro. I have to get stitches. Are you fucking...
After his fight with the Green Goblin, Harry grew a hate for Spider-Man. And then when he found out that Spider-Man was Peter, that hate amplified. And you wanna know why it got personal? It wasn't because in his head, his friend murked his dad. That's not everything. There's more. I believe it was over that hoe, Mary Jane.
You know, I'm glad someone finally said it, because let's just get one thing straight. Gwen would have never done this shit, bro. It's always MJ on some bullshit, bro. I don't like being that guy that like hates on women, but goddamn, the amount of issues this nigga Mary Jane, I don't know why I just said, the amount of issues this chick Mary Jane caused for Peter in general has been insane, bro. Dead ass. I don't know why MJ is always on some bullshit. Gwen's always better, bro. And then like low key, I'm not gonna lie though, Spider-Verse Gwen been moving a little different though. She with Miles now. She had her shoes on that nigga bed. She opened his figurines. She addressed his parents by their first name. But that's not her being wild. I feel like that's just part of being white, you know. It's just a cultural difference. So.
Mary Jane is the main source of the problems that be happening in the Sam Raimi movies, bro. Being a hoe can cause citywide destruction. Man, forget about Harry for real. He switched up on Peter, but to be fair, it was low-key mutual. Because Peter, why are you dating your homie's ex? That's some questionable stuff. But Mary Jane switched up in every movie.
That's true.
In Spider-Man 1, she broke up with Flash Thompson at graduation. And in the same movie, she started dating Harry, but ended up leaving him and confess her love for Peter at Norman Osborn's
she is the cause of all of these issues, bro. It was at the funeral. I haven't seen the movies.
Who does that? Then in Spider-Man 2, she dating this astronaut nigga, but leaves him at the altar before the movie ends. Like she pulled up on Peter in a wedding dress, trying to say she wanna make things work.
What the fuck is this?
Why would you wait until your wedding date to do this, bro? Cloud, we talking about evil light skins. Man, what about the devilish redhead? Mary Jane solos all them light skins. And we're not even done yet. She breaks up with Peter a bajillion more times, ended up at Harry's, and hooked up with him again.
What? What? Yo.
I don't mean to thought shame, bruh. But when you move like this...
Is she leaving Harry now in the scene?
Thought shame, bruh. But when you move like this, be self-aware. Don't be talking smack to Peter like he ain't good enough and acting like you the prize. He's Spider-Man. You a Bob.
Y'all, there's a life lesson in here. You know, girls want Spider-Man, but, you know, they walk past Peter Parker every day. It really makes you think. You know what I'm saying? Let that sink in.
Sang-Woo from Squid Game. We taking it back to season 1. Because yes, there's traitors all throughout the series, but there is no other like how Sang-Woo...
Yeah, be careful, y'all. We're talking about switching up and backdooring, bro. You gotta make sure your homies won't push you during red light, green light. You know what I'm saying? A lot of y'all's homies will push you during red light, green light.
Ali was very fond of Sang-Woo, and bro thought he made a genuine homie in the games. But when it was time...
I love this Markiplier gift so much.
But when it was time to play marbles, Ali was in a pickle because, well, he Indian, bro. He ain't grow up playing these Korean games. This is the first time the nigga seen a marble. Sang-Woo told that man that he had a plan to where they can both get out alive, and Ali trusted him, so he followed with the plan. But the whole time, Sang-Woo just robbed Ali of all his marbles, leaving him with none and actively eliminating him from the games. This one is horrible because from Ali's point of view, you know he had no suspicion of this even happening.
And that nigga died. Yo.
Zero signs in that man's head. He got slimed out for marbles. Squid Games is crazy. Biggest traders of all time.
That's crazy.
It's Greg Heffley from Diary of a Wimpy Kid.
Oh, don't get me started. This nigga Greg, bro. How you gonna do Rowley like that many times and not
the kid?
It was worse in the books, bro.
Funny enough, he's the second most selfish, conniving dickhead in this entire video. He has 0 bodies on his hit list, yet he's the second biggest hater here. Make that make sense. But I say this solely because, one, everyone here so far isn't 100% selfish.
Yeah, that's true.
Dude, Greg could be doing his switch ups on Rowley of all people. Happy-go-lucky chubby little Justin Bieber fan with a bowl cut for Pete's sake. And two, this nigga Greg just arguably has the least morals out of this whole list.
This
Greg
nigga
was willing
did
to
half
slime
that
out
shit for no
each and every acquaintance he had, all for middle school levels of fame and motion. This boy a loser. Greg tormented kindergartners and framed Rowley for it. racked up charges on Rowley's dad Bill because he wanted smoothies at the country club. That's $260 worth of smoothies. That's gluttony spoken about in the holy word. Bro even faked having a job to throw off his dad.
Stop it!
How you sliming out your own pops because he wanted you to have real motion? Dude had the whole school acting like Chirag Gupta was invincible. This was his best rage bait moment, but let's be real. Greg is a racist. Why didn't he do this to a white kid?
No, you get your goddamn ass out of here.
Nah, and you know what's crazy? When I was younger, I used to hate Roderick. But like now that I'm older, I understand. This nigga Roderick was actually fire. The most unrealistic thing about that movie is the fact that like Roderick was not popular and like struggled with girls. I don't understand that bit, bro. How the fuck was Roderick struggling? But nah, Roderick picking on Greg was valid. That nigga Greg deserved that shit, bro.
Hashtag stop Indian hate. Worst thing is,
Facts.
he broke Rowley's arm. Doing that unnecessary football
That's
tricycle
true.
thing. And he never even said sorry.
Yeah, he never apologized for that shit.
For it.
Yo.
He saw how the girls were signing Rowley's cast and went to get fake bandages so he can try to get the same attention. Bottom line is that Greg is totally hoeing any and everybody for whatever he wants. He's a pro switch up. That boy don't have an ounce of loyalty in his bones. And Greg is dead for real, doo-doo head, bro.
That broken hand was the best thing that ever happened to you.
This is the betrayal they talk about in the Bible. This nigga dead ass is Judas, bro. This nigga is yo, he's worse than Judas. Judas betrayed Christ once. Yeah, it did lead to his death. But like Greg Heffley snaked this nigga Rowley out like multiple times.
Don't call me. We're done.
Nah, facts.
All right, guys.
Nah, W
we made it
Rowley
to
for
the
standing up for himself, bro. I used to low-key be a Rowley. Yeah, you know, I'm not proud of it. But like back in the day, I wouldn't stand up for myself. You know, I was a follower. No, but it's okay. You know, we all have skeletons in our closet that we're not proud of. We move forward because becoming the people we aspire to be.
Final entry. By far the worst man on this list.
Oh, who's worse than Greg though? That's the question. Oh, Griffith.
He's the reason why Greg is only second worst.
It's Greg.
The most powerful
Griffith.
femboy twink in history.
I knew it.
The leader of the Band of the Hawk.
Yeah, no, get this thing out of here, bro. Yeah, no. Nah. The craziest back door of all time. This is the back door of all back doors, bro.
Femto, formerly known as Griffith. This summer, I watched the Berserk anime from 1997. And it's great. I loved it. But man, Griffith is just... He's a hoe! He's one of the biggest
nigga's
hoes!
crazy.
First time we meet him,
I
he's
can't even-
challenging Guts. And if he beats him, he join his men. But if he doesn't, he gets to mind his business. And of course he beats Guts. So during this arc of the series, most of it's covering Guts' time with the Band of the Hawk under Griffith. And
Did y'all ever see that version of someone edited a version of the Eclipse? Someone edited a version of the Eclipse where instead of Griffith doing what he was doing, it was Griffith deleting all of Guts' Pokemon from his Pokedex. And
he grows to be one of, if not the most cold and important member of that band. And Griffith's case is interesting because from the jump, you can clearly see that Guts is more of an accessory for his path to his final goal, which was to have his own kingdom. But Griffith started moving like a genuine friend to his band a lot. Like, dude was hanging in there for his supporters each and every step of the way. Bro even let medieval Diddy get at his cheeks so he can fund the Band of the Hawk.
damn, that's how he paid for that shit.
Griffith!
Oh my god.
Oh my goodness.
Griffith!
Oh my.
Damn. Nah, it's like when you find out how that one homie got his PS5.
God, bro.
Yo.
No, you cannot be serious.
Gotta get the 5 somehow.
He wanted to defy the typical path for commoners. So in a way, when you watching or reading this, it's like,
Damn.
this nigga not so bad. But there's definitely some things that foreshadow his downright evil side. Like how he was talking to Guts, saying he belongs to him and stuff. He talking to a nigga built like Miami LeBron James, like this. As a twink, by the way. Griffith is a very ballsy man. After some years and a lot of success with the Hawk, Guts eventually comes to terms and wants to not fight for another man, but for himself. Which is, that's real. Guts deserves to feel like that. He was clutching up the entire arc. Without him, the Band of the Hawk would have been slimed out a long time ago. Griffith peeped this and was like,
heck no, bro, you still mine. You better box me for it.
and Guts was like,
Damn.
alright, and folded him and dipped. This whole situation is funny because Griffith said he respects those who follow their own dreams, but he pretty much crashed out after Guts moved on to follow his very own dreams, which just showed how much crap Griffith was full of. Like, how you mad that your homeboy wanted to go out on his own and find himself? Just a selfish nigga Griffith is. Then it escalates. After some time, Guts returns to help his friends because he heard that Casca, by the way, Casca, who was a part of the big three in the Band of Hawk with Griffith and Guts, has like this romantic tension with Guts. Like, they crack. Like they crush, they do that, like, you know, they get it on. So that's very important.
That's valid for that though. I'm not gonna lie, Casca a baddie, you know, in a non-baddie age, right? You know what I'm saying? Niggas were not built like this back in the day, bro.
Keep that in mind. They have that. But yes, Guts returned to go save Griffith from captivity, and he's in there because he seduced Princess Charlotte, and her pops wasn't having that. So yeah, they lock up Griffith and torture him for a fat minute. He was a twig and crippled, but bro, Guts is a real homie. He pulled up to save him with the others when he really didn't have to. Keep in mind, he's not a member of the Hawk anymore, but he does this anyway because to him, that's his homeboy. That's what real friends do. But Griffith has grown extra mentally ill and desperate during this time, and for multiple reasons, he soon activates his behelit, which was like this weird necklace piece he's been wearing for the entire series, and he does it during the eclipse, which puts him and the Band of the Hawk in this weird evil world. And in this moment, Griffith is shown how far away he is from his goal and how many bodies he has taken out so far to get where he is. And he gets his shortcut from these demon thing niggas, and that shortcut was to kill all his homies who have been helping him try to achieve this goal. He was that desperate to be a ruler, bro. One power can lead people into devious places. This entire scene was insane because everything leading up to this just makes it sadder. The Band of the Hawk were nearly like family. We meet side characters in the Band of the Hawk with their own motives and depth, just for all of them to be killed off by the sacrificial demons right here. I can't even explain it for real. If you've seen a Red Berserk, you know what I mean. And if you haven't, you just have to do that to fully grasp how it was. This is truly heartbreaking stuff. But the worst part is that Griffith just didn't off Casca and Guts with the others. Guts is mad skilled, so he survives all the attacks. But the demons capture Casca and they don't off her, but they bring her to Griffith. And Guts is there to see it. And this evil nigga Griffith proceeds to do unspeakable acts to Casca, with Guts being held down by the demons in front of him to watch it. This man is disgusting. You know Guts' love for Casca was genuine, bro. He literally chopped off his own arm to free himself to try to still save her. I love Guts so much, bro. He don't deserve any of this. He's the only reason Griffith was even freed from the torture. He decided to go this far against him. A switch up like no other. All this against Guts because Guts didn't let him own him like he was a pet. He's so ungrateful because even if Guts isn't with the Band of the Hawk anymore, he literally came back to save you when he heard the news that he was captured. He don't have to be in the band to have love and still affiliate himself with y'all, bro. It's clear he cares about y'all. Y'all his homies. All my homies hate Griffith. Guts all day. I need to start reading the manga though. Berserk is very good. And I apologize if my explanation of it was bad. I didn't want to go into depth because it's very, very layered. And I also want y'all to
I don't even think he had to do that either.
Experience other key details of the story in this arc or even in the future for yourselves. But yes, Griffith is the biggest and worst switch up in fictional history. I think that is all for this video that was filled with some of the fakest people just ever. These some fake niggas. These some whole niggas. Of course, always remember that God loves you. Thanks for watching the vid. I hope you have a wonderful night.
Hey, you know, lesson learned. Remember, always switch up on your day ones. You know, once you get that paper, switch up, get money, then act like you don't know anybody. That's the point of what we watched today. Anyways,